Welcome along then to the place where heroes and history are made. It's where the 2008 title was decided in the final corner. And it's the place, a year later, that Jenson Button stormed through from 14th on the grid to claim his one and only Drivers' Championship. It's Interlagos, and it's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Interlagos, always a very special race here in Brazil. It's a 2.7-mile circuit with 9 lefts and 6 rights for a total of 15 corners. But it's a wet one today, so grip and visibility will be at a premium. And the drivers will need to be careful coming up the hill in Sector 3, the scene of many an accident over the years. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of Turn 1. So how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, edging out Sergio Perez, who lines up P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Fernando Alonso, the Rainmaster, Lando Norris and Sainz, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Gasly and Guan Yu Zhou, Latifi, Russell, Charles Leclerc and Giovinazzi, Stroll, Bottas, Mick Schumacher and Esteban Ocon, Mazepin and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. Nice move. Good job. Teammate ahead is 2.1 seconds. They're on old Inters. They're in first. The time last lap was a 1:14.9. Increasing the gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap. Looks like the weather is going to dry up in about 5 minutes. Inters look like the best tyre for now. It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to move on to a different tyre yet. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. I think the track will be drying out quite soon. Mind you don't burn out your tyres. This is your final lap of the race. Fantastic. You've won the Grand Prix.
That's a spectacular victory then, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be proud of the victory they secured here. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The Rainmaster increases their championship lead. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Yuki Tsunoda gets my vote today.
And it's another title in the bag for Red Bull. After a long and hard-fought season, they built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours.
You and your teammate took the top 2 positions today. Have you got the best car out there? Do you think your rival learned from his battle with you? You performed better than last weekend. What changed? A podium finish for your teammate. Will you be celebrating with them tonight?
Appreciate your time.